Hi, Michelle. How are you? This is Jaime. So, instead of giving you a presentation, I thought I'd actually video myself doing a screen flow of the website, providing you some insights into what I think could be improved, changed to help conversions. I go over a few things. Lack of telephone, very heavy text. I look at some landing pages, yours and the competitions. I also look at some banners, what you guys are doing in terms of paid advertising, and a few other things. There's a lot of data, and obviously within a whatever 7-8 minute video, you can't go over everything. But the idea here is to provide some value and also make myself stand out by doing something a little bit above and beyond what somebody else might do. So let's get going. Thank you.
So here we are, Michelle, on the website. The first thing I want to discuss is the lack of a phone number. I'm not sure if this is a category or an industry-wide phenomena, but I do see a lack of a phone number, and it strikes me as odd because you would think that Hispanics, I know in the past that I know of, have been wary due to security reasons to input information on the web. They feel more comfortable talking to people on the phone. So having a call center being able to fill this out while addressing somebody on the phone would make a lot of sense to me, but maybe there's other reasons why that doesn't take place. There's a phone number here at the bottom where it says Contáctanos. What I did see here was this is an automated phone message, which means once again that the person would not be able to address any concerns with a live customer service rep, and there's really nothing that would indicate that they can. Another very strange place, which I'm very surprised there is no phone number, would be the mobile site. I clicked on a whole bunch of these buttons, and nowhere did I see a phone number. Once again, with the idea of having a customer service rep fill out the form over the phone instead of doing it online. So that's the first observation I had regarding this website. Another area that I thought was interesting was when you go to obtain your credit card and you start filling out the form, on the right-hand sidebar, you have some what I believe to be very relevant and important information that I think I can add some value here in the sense of I was at American Airlines recently setting up a flight, and their right-hand sidebar actually was consisted of a chat menu, and actually it flows down with you. So as you're filling out your information, your information, your last name, your region, etc., this information is actually flowing down with you. So you're always seeing the benefits of doing it. So in the case that you want to, you're not sure this is what you want to do, you have this right in front of you, and it does actually, I would believe it help in terms of conversions. With respect to the same right-hand sidebar, I don't necessarily like the gray on gray. I'm not sure if you tested different colors. It doesn't pop enough. I think there's once again I've mentioned or I will mention in another video that it seems very copy heavy. I like this one or two lines. I think is useful, and maybe changing the color, adding an underline, doing something, adding a visual as well would be helpful to make this pop more. And then with the other pages, you have a similar right-hand sidebar. And the question I have here is you have the social media information here at the bottom. Why you couldn't put it at the top, I think is I think a question, whether or not it's been tested. Maybe there's going to be more interaction with Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn if that were there. And also, I think there is some value here in having it go down with you. Maybe not as much as the other page, but lastly, the comerciales de televisión, the TV, you have a few buttons here that I think would most definitely help in providing conversions, and I think it'd be interesting to see how people interact with these particular commercials and testimonials on every page. I think there's something that you guys are hiding. It's being hidden, quite frankly. That definitely, I think if you have the Univision brand and you're trying to piggyback, I'm sorry, the information from the site, you can go ahead and do that here. Another observation is, with the exception of the home page, I would say your site is extremely text heavy. So what does that mean? I think you could very easily add many more images, photos, I think you have used commercials and testimonials effectively on a separate page, but why not try integrating testimonials, videos on the pages where it makes sense and is relevant to. So, for example, how does this work? Haz compras. Maybe there is a video that you can add either below or to the side, and people can actually watch and just have another what I call way of looking at the information. A lot of people nowadays don't like reading. They want their information provided in short snippets. A video is a great way to do that. Obviously, audio is another way in MP4. May not be the most relevant. But you have testimonials, you have commercials that could very easily be implemented on the side or below or within the copy, what I'm trying to say, which would make, I think, that much more engaging, the page. And of course, also images. You have images on some pages, others not so much. But I think the more images also, it really breaks apart the text. And I think it's something that would definitely help in terms of the time on site, even though it is very good. It's at almost 6.5 minutes. But I think it would help definitely in terms of breaking up the text. So let's take a look at the paid advertising, Google specifically, and some of the landing pages. This, of course, is your landing page. I love the video. I think you can tell by my use of doing this. I'm a big video advocate. I'm not sure if I like the images here, and obviously this is subjective, so this is not so much I like it or don't like it, but definitely being tested. I'm not crazy about the caps and the colors being used. I guess the critical comment here would be when you click, you're taking people off the site, off the landing page. The obtén tu tarjeta in both these cases are obviously objective of what you want them to do, fill out the form. Um, you, with the frequently asked questions, are taking people off, and I think that could very easily be fixed by adding it to the bottom. So you might have the links, but actually they take you to the page, to the part of the website landing page where that actually question is being asked. So let's take a look at some of the other sites. Open Sky, obviously an English version. I really like this format. I think it's very clear. I love the fact that it tells you there's 3 steps, so there's no guesswork here. The thing that they do very well, and this and the other site that we'll look at, they actually try and capture information off the bat. So basically, they're saying, okay, let's do some remarketing to you, some email marketing after the fact when you fill it out, because you might decide halfway through the process you don't want it. And they also have different buttons here you can take a look at. They also have a live chat, which I think is effective, which I did not see you guys having it on your site. Last but not least is American Express. Same format. They have the name, last name, and email address right off the bat, so they can capture your information, so they can do some marketing to you after if you do not apply for the card right away. It's very clear. They have some nice images. The text is broken up quite nicely with some icons. And of course, what I mentioned earlier was that their FAQs here are at the bottom, included on the landing page, which I think is a nice effect, and it keeps people on the page. There's no obviously navigation, so you really have no choice but to sign up or hit the back button. So I hope that was useful.
So, Michelle, it's me again. So, thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video. I hope you found some of the information useful. I think there are a few things you can pretty much implement right away to make revisions to the site to help improve conversions. As you can tell, I'm a big believer in video. I think there's a definitely room for improvement, not only in the Univision site, but other sites for using video to help with engagement, to help with relationship and bond building, trust building. And as I mentioned earlier, there's a lot of information to cover, and you can't do it all in less than a 10-minute video. My goal here was to hopefully stand out from the crowd, give you some insight into how I think, how I analyze the site, and just be a potential candidate for the position that you are hiring for. So thank you once again, and this is Jaime Paredes signing off. Thank you.